the only station with 3 newsrooms in downtown Raleigh, downtown Durham, and downtown Fayetteville. ABC 11 Eyewitness News continues.
Big breaking news this morning. A missing Wake Forest man is found in Georgia overnight and rescued by the FBI's hostage team.
Also, breaking details about an overnight shooting at a Wake County home. We've learned 2 people have died, and we have new exclusive video just in of the suspect.
And today, federal investigators head to UNC Chapel Hill because of civil rights complaint. Good morning, Carolina. Welcome on this Thursday, April the 10th. It is 41 degrees now at 6:30. I'm Barbara Gibbs.
I'm John Clark. Thank you for joining us. We'll get to those big stories in just a moment.
But first, meteorologist Don Schwinnaker is in the First Alert Storm Center.
Good morning. Hey, good morning to you guys. Just blue skies, gorgeous morning shaping up out there. But you are going to notice the temperature change. It's our first morning without rain this week, so at least it's dry. But those temps are in the 30s and 40s this morning. Break out the jacket. You'll need it. You won't need it on the way home, I promise you that. Let's show you what's going on as far as First Alert Doppler XP, most powerful radar in the Carolinas. It's dry. It stays that way as we head through the day. We look at the day ahead, and by lunchtime, temperatures going from the 40s to 20, almost 25 degrees warmer. 64 at lunchtime. Then this afternoon, 75 degrees. Sunny skies moving in, and just a beautiful day today, and the sunshine sticks around. We've got more on that in your complete forecast. That's coming up for you, along with some dry weather, warmer weather. It's all in the 7-day forecast in just a bit. John and Barbara.
Don, thank you. Breaking news this morning. 2 people are dead after a shooting at a home in Wake County. Overnight, there was a manhunt. A suspect was arrested, and we just got video of that man. Amber's in the Breaking News Center with the details. Good morning.
Good morning, Barbara. Yeah, just in the last few minutes, he made his first appearance at the Wake County Magistrate. We have some video. This all started unfolding around 9:30 last night in the 1100 block of Lake Glad Road. There's the video here of 31-year-old Nathan Holden. Exclusive video here of him appearing in front of the magistrate just moments ago. This is the man who sheriff's deputies say is responsible for the shooting overnight in Wendell that left 2 people dead and another woman in the hospital. So this also started unfolding around 9:30 last night on Lake Glad Road. The sheriff, Donnie Harrison, telling us that that man, Nathan Holden, shot his wife and 2 other people who are possibly relatives. They have been identified this morning. 57-year-old Angelia Taylor and 66-year-old Sylvester Taylor both died at the scene. The wife, LaTanya Holden, survived. She is now being treated at Wake Med. We do not have her condition. 3 children, we are also told, were in the home at the time of the shooting. They were not hurt. Later, authorities arrested Holden at his home on Hodge Road in Wendell. But first, they had a standoff in which shots were fired. No one was hurt. While they were searching for him, they brought in robots. They brought in the dogs, and then they found him. That's when shots were exchanged. No one was hurt. Investigators right now are still trying to determine a motive for the shooting. We, of course, are still following this story very closely. We'll be on it all day, and we'll bring you updates as they come in. John?
All right, thank you, Amber. We are also following breaking news this morning involving the search for a missing Wake Forest man.
That's right. Frank Jansen vanished from his home on Saturday, and this morning we now know that he was kidnapped and rescued overnight by an FBI hostage team from an apartment complex in Atlanta. Caitlin Canute is live outside the Wake Forest Police Department with the breaking details. Caitlin, good morning.
Well, good morning, John and Barbara. Yeah, major development overnight. That missing man, Frank Jansen, has been found thanks to the work of both the Wake County Police Department, the FBI, and a number of other agencies, including those here locally and those in Atlanta where he was found. Frank Jansen had been missing ever since April 5th. That's when authorities say he was taken from his Wake Forest home. At this time, he's said to be safe and is being reunited with his family, who has asked for privacy during this time. Now, we don't know who took him or why. Police have not said that yet. Again, we only know he was taken against his will. The 63-year-old does work as a contractor for the government in Washington, D.C., but authorities have said they didn't believe this was related to his kidnapping. Again, he was just recovered by the FBI and a hostage recovery team just before midnight overnight in a southeast Atlanta apartment complex. So we have video of that was coming in from one of our affiliates overnight. So as John said, a very dramatic rescue, and obviously a terrific outcome this morning that he has been found safe and sound. But we're waiting for the details in all of this, how they found him, who took him, why. We hope to get that and pass that along. Wake Forest is going to be holding a press conference at 11 o'clock at the town hall here, so we'll be asking those questions, and if we get those answers, we'll be sure to pass them along to our viewers on our news today at noon, as well as on your mobile app, so make sure you download it if you haven't already. Reporting live from Wake Forest, Caitlin Canute, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Caitlin, thank you for the update. Also Also, new overnight flames shooting from this home in Durham. The fire happened around 12:45 this morning near the intersection of Weaver and Pilot Streets. We're working to find out if anyone was hurt and the cause of this fire. An eyewitness sent us this picture moments after the fire started. And you too can be an eyewitness. Just send pictures and video to eyewitness@abc11mail.com or upload them through the First Alert Weather app.
Today, federal investigators will be at UNC Chapel Hill on a fact-finding mission. It's part of a complaint filed with the Office for Civil Rights within the U.S. Department of Education. The complaint alleges the university underreported cases of sexual assault. UNC student Andrea Pino tells Eyewitness News the team of investigators wants to get feedback from concerned students and community members.
Developing this morning, the New York Times reports the Russian government withheld information about one of the Boston Marathon bombing suspects 2 years before the attack. A new Inspector General review found it was only after the bombing last April that the Russians shared with the FBI the additional intelligence it had on Tamerlan Tsarnaev. The intelligence included a telephone conversation Russian authorities intercepted between Tsarnaev and his mother about Islamic Jihad.
Happening today, a lawsuit will be filed against the owner of the Vortex ride and the operators at the state fair. Willie Gary, the lawyer representing the 4 victims, will file a $150 million lawsuit in Durham County. The Vortex ride jerked unexpectedly as people were getting off the ride in October. Wake County Sheriff's detectives concluded the operator tampered with the safety features, making that ride unsafe.
Time now 6:36 on a Thursday morning. Meteorologist Don Schwinneker looking ahead to a nice day.
It is a nice day across the region. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a bit. Let's show you what's happening as far as the morning commute this morning. And you will see temperatures this morning running in the 30s and 40s. You do have blue skies at least and some dry roads to deal with. But by 10 o'clock, we are up to 51 degrees. Let's look at some current numbers on the big board from across the region. 40 now in Oxford, 36 in Roxborough, 42 at Roanoke Rapids, 41 Lewisburg, 40 in Chapel Hill, 39 Sanford, 37 Southern Pines, 43 Fayetteville, and 41 in Goldsboro. We look at the day ahead. The blue skies all day long. We warm quickly. We're in the 40s this morning. By lunchtime, we're up to 64 degrees. And then through the afternoon hours, 75 degrees with lots of sunshine, mild temperatures on the way. We'll talk more about that in your complete forecast coming up. Let's talk weather and traffic together again this morning. For that, we bring back Amber Ruppington.
Got busy in the last few minutes in the usual spots. No accidents, so that's the good news. So 48 US 70, that Clayton bypass, lots of tail lights there. For Johnston County commuters headed towards Wake County, start planning for that delay. There's no reports of any accidents. It is just a lot of volume, a lot of people going in the same direction this time in the morning. We see that every morning. Rayford Road at Skybow Road, looking good, no problems there heading through Fayetteville this morning. If you're heading into Durham, here's how things look heading into the city of Medicine. We are nice and clear still on the Durham Freeway at Mangum Street. No problems there. Nice sunrise, too. John, Barbara?
Amber, thank you.
6:38 now. Controversy over changes to hairstyle rules for the Army.
Coming up on Eyewitness News, some are calling those rules racially biased. Find out what one soldier is doing to get the president's attention.
And an 8-alarm fire overnight in the Northeast. Why firefighters say it all started because of a car.
ABC 11